Well, I wonder where everybody went. We got disconnected, and I hope that everybody rejoins in this one. Our our OBS system just went down suddenly. I don't know what happened. So I guess nobody's finding us back. We somehow a ton of people here now. They're not able to find us back. We're still public, so we should be able to be seen as live. Anyhow, I'll go make some tea, and hopefully by the time I come back, you guys have found me back, and we can maybe wrap it up then. So it looks like nobody is finding me since we lost connection. All those participants are somehow having a hard time finding us back. Well, I'll hang around for another few minutes. If you guys don't find me, then we'll just um, wrap it up, and then hopefully tonight we'll have another live stream at 9:30, and we'll resume. But we had most of it, and we had over 2.5 hours. I believe that should be enough. Somehow OBS went down and went all red. So I had to reboot the system, and we're back up now. But then somehow people don't find us anymore. I can see we have 4 people here and 2 likes, but I don't see anybody. So I wonder what happened. Now there are 5 people, but I can't see anyone. So what's going on here? Why can't I see you guys? Are you guys not actually choosing to be seen, or I don't think so, huh? Or is it a delay here? What's going on? Hello, Halil? You can actually write here your comments. We lost connections and we reconnected, but then nobody is finding us now. We had like so many people here, and somehow UBS, I'm not UBS, OBS stopped working, and I had to reboot it. And now, I guess, although there's 6 or 7 people here, but I can't see anyone. So I wonder what's going on. So you can write your question. We had 2.5 hours of live stream, I believe, but we were just about to wrap it up. We got disconnected, so we're back here. So I'll wait around a bit, and in the meantime, you can write your question right here, your comment, and then I'll try to respond to it while we wait for others to show up, if they do, if they can find us. Halil, you must be from Turkey, yeah? Luna is here. Says, hi dear Mariana, I was watching from the start but chose not to speak. Yeah, okay. But just so you know, you're viewable. Oh, thanks very much. But I don't know what happened. We had at one point 32 people here today, and then last I couldn't see myself. I had to reboot the system because OBS went down to red, like no connection. And then I guess they're having a hard time to find us now. Nobody is here. Thank you very much, Luna dear. Hope you're doing well as well, inshallah. Luna, female, 36 UK. Thank you for that, Luna. And Halil says, yes, I'm from Turkey. Okay, Halil, you can tell me also your age, and then I will at least know how old you are, and then you can fire up your question, and I will answer it while we're waiting for others to show up again, if they do, because somehow something is weird. And the people who are joining us right now are different. None of the people who were in the first batch are here, but that's fine. Luna says, I think the glitch must have been due to Mercury retrograde. Okay, you got me there. I'm not following, but this is perhaps something I'm not following, but I understand. Somehow something went wrong. And Halil says, yeah, you're totally viewable, by the way. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I know I am now, but we had like quite a number of people here that we were in a conversation, but right now, I don't think they know that we're back on air. So they're somewhere else waiting, I guess. Let me see, how does it look in my other computer? So oh yeah, there were 2 live ones, 7 watching. So if we put this, yeah, okay. All right. I guess we just go on with what we have here. I guess the others won't be able to find us. So we. Halil says, yeah, okay, and then we have Halil says it is from. Is it from the series? Halil says I'm 23. Okay, thank you for that. Yasin says yes. Ice there? I don't know what that is. Luna says they have just announced a seriously insane lockdown here in the UK. It's driving people nuts how the rules change almost daily. How is COVID situation in Canada? Well, we also have some spikes here and there, but so far so good. We are not that much affected as far as I know. We at one point the stores they didn't require masks anymore. It was just optional. But now again they are expecting people to wear masks when they enter the big stores. And some stores they still don't mind, I guess. It's not that mandatory perhaps, but everybody complies to it. And so you kind of see more masks than before in stores when it was all relaxed. But generally, not much has changed here. Things are still as it was a couple of months ago, same way. But it has had a spike in here as well, in Toronto and Vancouver a little bit too. Not drastically though. No, we don't have a lockdown here yet. Hope won't, but we don't have it yet. Luna says it's now illegal for different households to intermingle, and people can only meet up in the home groups of up to 6. Yeah. Yeah, well, it was kind of similar here for a while. Like a few weeks ago, there were a police raid here in one of the houses that apparently they had, I don't know, a few hundred people in a party that they, stopped it and so on. And the host was fined. But other than that, we are not that strict that I know of. Halil says many people are dealing with HOCD, especially in this period of time. With the development of the internet, people have access over everything. What is your opinion about that? Yeah, of course. And Halil says, I mean, may it affect how people think it's a... It does. When people... I have a video on this very subject that you're talking about. I don't know if I can find it, but if you go on my playlists and look at the intrusive OCD, HOCD short videos, you will find what you're looking for. Actually, the topic is there. If I look at it, I can see maybe if I can find it for you. In that playlist, we have things such as thoughts are not your reality. You are and shall always be what you've always been. Part 1, 2, and 3. And then, are HOCD thoughts credible? How to protect yourself from HOCD, mother of all talks. This is interesting. They're all interesting, but... And then there is how to deal with HOCD in 4 minutes. Roots of a thought, OCD, HOCD, the short version. But I don't exactly remember the title of it, but if you go through it, you'll find out the roots of HOCD and OCD. how to be confident always, how to deal with all intrusive thoughts, how intrusive thoughts, HOCD thoughts are possible. There's lots of things here. Intrusive thoughts, brain and you. You may want to watch that as well. There's so many real informative videos here that we've put together. Why intrusive thoughts are irrelevant to you. Part 1, 2, and 3. Know your brain deeper. I think that's the one I'm talking about. Let me see if I can put this for you. I'm going to put this link here for you. I think this is the one I'm talking about, but there's so many videos that I've put together for this subject that I'm not really sure if that's the right one. But here it is, Halil. This is for you to take a look, and you can also go on that playlist and then take a look at many other ones. We have real good videos that would enlighten and talk about the topic. And when you, because the function of the brain is mechanical, therefore, when it becomes confined, especially in pandemics, and don't have enough activities due to what your usual life was, then it seems to be focusing on what's available and becomes more and focused on things that it never was. In the videos, I remember that I have explained it properly. Right now, I don't really know where to start it, when to end it. So just watch that video, and I think it will bring to your attention that in the pandemic time, the routines have changed, and the brain enters into different function, and that could affect it to have all kinds of intrusive thoughts. It plays a role in it. So again, there's so many videos I've made since 8 months ago that I really don't remember which is which, but in that playlist you will find quite a number of interesting discussions. Luna says, Alhamdulillah, that's good to hear, inshallah. It says, low-key, also, salams to your mama and beautiful rain. Thank you very much, Luna, dear. You're so sweet. I appreciate it very kindly. Luna says, anyways, just wanted to write and reassure you that you are back online. Guess people will filter in steadily. Always a soothing pleasure to tune in and join you on Saturdays. Thank you, dear Mehran. Hope you have a good rest of the day, and looking forward to tuning in next week. Inshallah, sending you much love. Thank you very much. Much love to you as well, dear Luna, and thank you for the kind words. And we are here tonight at 9:30 again, another live stream for the Asian countries. We at a different time zone, and also Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore also would be included in that same coverage for Pakistan, India, Iran, and UAE, and so on. So we go back to, who do we have here? Twiggy is here. Aha, Twiggy, you found us finally. It says, hello again, coming back from previous live stream. I'm female, 41, Middle East. Thank you very much, Twiggy. What happened? Everybody, did you have a hard time to find us? I'm trying to find out why it took so long for any of the ones who were at the other live stream find us here, because it's been 26 minutes and we just are beginning to receive some of the old people, like you're one of them. And Twiggy, where in Middle East are you from? Is it Are you talking about Pakistan or India, or I mean, India is not really that mm, Middle East, but hey. Twiggy says, I'm planning to tune into you every week. I believe, inshallah, to sort my mind. I often stay with bad thoughts. Well, you might want to watch my playlist, Intrusive, OCD, HOCD, short videos. They are focused on the behavior of the brain and mind, and you may enjoy that very much. Just watch one or two a video a day, not much, not more. Don't overwhelm yourself. There's so much that you got to process and make it to become a new reconditioning of your understanding and become aware of that. Halil says this is an interesting topic, especially for those who into learning psychology. Can belief also play a positive role in war against HOCD? Because I feel like if a person does his namaz, not really. It has to do with understanding, because you can't force it. You got to understand the behavior of the brain rather than relying on the deity or religion to solve that for you. It's a mechanism of the brain, how it functions and how it malfunctions. It has to do with the caudate nucleus, which is part of the striatum in the middle of the brain, and its responses to orbital prefrontal cortex and the conversation that is trying to go back and forth. So the malfunctioning of the signaling system of the brain is actually responsible, partly, a big part, for the intrusive thoughts to linger, because caudate nucleus is part of the striatum, which is concerning with goal finding, reward finding, and the goal finding, rewards, and habits. And for that, all three functioning together, caudate nucleus is very active in shutting down the intrusive thoughts automatically when they show up. Because everybody in the world and their aunt and uncle have intrusive thoughts of any kind. Religious intrusive thoughts, pedophile or intrusive thoughts, homosexual intrusive thoughts for heterosexuals, and heterosexual intrusive thoughts for homosexuals, and responsibility OCD, all kinds of OCD and subsets of OCD in form of intrusive thoughts. Everybody in the world has it. Only when they have the caudate nucleus functioning properly, when the intrusive thought shows up for a couple of seconds, they get affected by it and say, oh, that's a nasty thought, whatever is nasty to different people. And then caudate nucleus comes in and automatically, like a gear shift of an automatic car, gets into shift and shuts down that connection, because it is aware of your inner core values, it's aware of your gender, and it shuts down intrusive thoughts based on its awareness of what your values and gender is. But sometimes this caudate nucleus, which is the automatic gear shift, doesn't actually follow its automatic mandate. It doesn't work like any electrical system, it malfunctions. So you actually, through your behavior, it's like the way you behave with the intrusive thoughts, it would be like you actually grab onto the shift and put it in place so it gets shut off. Otherwise, it won't do what it's supposed to be doing, what it's designed to be doing automatically. That's why the intrusive thoughts linger, and then negative brain side of the brain catches onto it and expands all these negative thoughts to the extent that it can go. Because whatever is possible to conjure up, the brain conjures it up, because its job to make thoughts. It's not concerned about what thoughts appropriate or inappropriate for you. It just makes thoughts. That's why 80,000, 90,000 thoughts a day are made. but you're not supposed to pay attention to them. And in most cases, you don't, because you're busy with your own thing. And even if intrusive thought shows up, caudate nucleus shuts it out automatically. When it doesn't, it becomes a concern. And that is when your behavior, the way you react and treat intrusive thoughts, eventually rewires your brain, and through neuroplasticity helps the caudate nucleus to catch on and to get it back to working. And the brain gets rewired and reconditioned to understand that these sort of thoughts are not welcomed here, and they're not entertained because you don't pay attention to them. You diss them, you ignore them, and you focus on what it is that you're interested in and you should be focusing on, and not data hunting or debating or having conversation with these intrusive thoughts allows them to fall by a wayside and die. And eventually they show up less and less, and when they do, you know what they are, what to do, and how to deal with them. Twiggy says Kuwait. Oh, thank you for that. Zedkill says 27 male Sweden may run. Can I have the usual? Yes, I have that reserved for you with your name on it. Dr. Evil is going to show up and crack this over your head. Are you back on your bullshit again? You think you can bamboozle the ugly stick? You can't escape from it. It's eventually going to show up in Sweden and destroy you. Have your motorcycle helmet on, because it's going to come right at your head. Low content says, hello all, male 38 Netherlands. Oh, we've got from Scandinavians, or not Scandinavians, from Netherlands right now. So glad to see you here. It's the first time you're here, low content, but you obviously know about the protocol, so you probably have been here before. And he says, I have been divorced, separated for about 6 months now, and my ex keeps pulling me towards her and then pushes me away. I keep falling for it. Any tips? Yeah, don't fall for it. You are too eager to bring back your order, the routine of your life, how it was. And she hints about it, and you run for it, because you're not necessarily missing her, but you're missing the order that you had in life, which is where mind finds its security. As I mentioned before, mind doesn't find its security the way your physicality, a physical part of your entity, finds its security. Your physical part of the entity, you touch it, you know where it is, you're in your home, your apartment, the door is locked, you're in a good neighborhood. Physically, you're safe. But mentally, your security, the mind finds its security not in physicality of a secure place. It finds it in the routine of life, in order of life. So when you were married, there were certain protocols, there were certain mechanical processes that you were attending to, whether it was your job, or where you would have your coffee in the morning, or how you would wake up together, or whatever you were doing. She would go to her work, you would go to your work, you would contact again, connect again, go to the gym, go to parties, this and that. Many things that you were doing, there were your mechanical processes. And through those mechanical processes, you had created a routine. And that routine was your order of life. In that order, the mind would find its security. It would settle down and feel that, okay, it's occupied in certain ways, and it finds a security in the occupation. When you get divorced or separated, that order, that routine, that occupation breaks down. Now the mind doesn't find what it used to be doing, and things are broken up. The system, the routine, the discipline is broken. So it is now looking for things. It's like a gypsy. It's not settled. Therefore, it can't find security. It keeps going into the memory, because in the memory, the copy of that whole routine, that whole order, the way the life was, is there. And the brain, the mind, finds security in the order that its copy is registered in the memory. So that's why you keep going in the memory, thinking about it. While you're there, you think what you're really missing is your partner. But what you're really missing is the order of life. But to you, in the memory, it seems one and the same. Then you have a craving for her. So when she sends a lure in or sends a message, you run to it because that is a hope of getting back the order, which means her, the routine, the principles and protocols and mechanical processes and everything. And the brain says, oh, great, let's get that. But then she pulls away because whether she's playing games or she remembers all the shit that was going on because she's going through the same thing again herself. So this is the mechanism of why that is happening. So you need to quickly remember that you can create a new order. If things were not good with her, you don't want to get back with her, and you're not interested in her persona, her character anymore due to the changes she has made in life, but you're hooked on this whole idea of getting back with her, then you now know why it is for. And every time that comes to your mind, you should quickly bring back the other files, which include all the things that were wrong with this relationship. Bring that back into your vision, into your notice, attention, and then that nullifies your urge to get back to that order, because that order, you will realize, also includes all kind of nonsense that was going on, the things that you were not compatible and you were not in agreement, and things that were negative and bothering you, and that's why you guys got divorced. Reminding yourself of that, it nullifies the urge to get back with her, because the reason you feel you want to get back with her is because you're only focusing on what was bringing the order, which is you are so eager to get back to, and your mind wants to find the security there. So that is in a nutshell. And remember, guys, I have a site, mindthatseekstruth.com, which you can go on it and click on Talk to Mehran via Skype. There's a what is it, the sign of Skype that is turning on the top right corner. You can click on it and you can make a appointment, gives you the appointments available, and then we will hash it out and fine tune it on Skype at the exact time and the date. If you want to talk to me one-on-one to discuss your issues, I'm available there. And usually for new clients, when you make a 1-hour appointment, I will throw in another hour as a goodwill so we can get to know each other better and have enough ample time for the first time to discuss what it is that's concerning you, one-on-one on Skype. And and the low content says, I tried, she knows all the right spots to get to me, and then she creates hope and then backs off harshly. Twiggy says, change your phone number, change your circle of friends. And Zedkill says, thank you. Twiggy says, well, I got to go now. It's pretty late here, 2 a.m. almost. Okay, Twiggy, thank you very much for being here. And I appreciate your kind words and enjoying the channel. Guys, I think it's time for me to wrap it up. Obviously, we've been here for a long time. This is the second one that we are having. So maybe I'll hang around a little bit longer to answer a few more questions, and then maybe another 20 minutes max. So at the 1 hour, we'll cut it off because that would have been like a little bit too much for today. Maybe 15, 20 minutes more. Low cost says, thank you so much. I mostly watch your videos. First time I catch you live. We'll consider the Skype option. Thanks again. You're quite welcome. Twiggy says, good night, dear. Well, maybe it's not a bad time for me to also say good night, because we've had enough discussions here. So on that note, Chinmay says, thank you. Take care, sir. See you soon. Glad to see you once again. My pleasure. You're quite welcome. So it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here and letting me share a thing or two with you. We will have another live stream tonight at 9:30, most probably, unless something I have to attend to. But we will have that tonight. Saturdays at 1 p.m. Vancouver time and 9:30, 9 or 9:30 p.m. Vancouver time, we will have live streams. So 2 live streams on Saturday. And I look forward to talk to you again, either tonight or next week. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.